Welcome, folks, to beautiful Tempe, Arizona, and the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils. Sparky and the gang ready and fired up for this matchup. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Houston Cougars, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And bulldozing his way through. Tackle made at the 29, so he picks up about 4 yards by bringing it out of the end zone. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Lets it go quickly. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
The gain moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, look at the quick cut. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally get him, but it's across midfield. Big gain to the 33.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects a team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Stop after a small gain. Now look at it, 2nd and 9.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
So now it's 3rd and short from the plus 25. They're in field goal range. But let's see what the call is. They're thinking about touchdown, of course. He's got room, looking for the end zone. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Boy, this quarterback is hungry for the end zone. That was not a short run. Guy put his running shoes on and took it back to his Pop Warner days, showcasing that agility for the long touchdown.
And the BAT makes it 7-0 to open score. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. Solid run, moves the ball out across the 20 from the 21.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Can he make it to the marker? And he will make the first down, tackled at the 26.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Breaks loose at the 40. And that gain enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
This Houston offense is moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
They look to throw it here on second down. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Arizona State 7, Houston 0.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a second and goal. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. And he powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. And now the try here for the extra point. And he knocks it right through.
The extra point is good.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Number 19, set to advance on the football.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Arizona State offense comes back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And here comes a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Strong game by this quarterback.
Yeah, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot, they can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Now they get set to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense heads back onto the field now. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. Let's see if the defense can respond to it this time. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Running back has it on a screen now. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
An important third down attempt for this offense. They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. That's incomplete. Even on a 4th down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
This Houston offense is moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the football. Caught quickly. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Brought down to the 22. It's a 1st down, very near the red zone now.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
1st down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. He'll switch it up, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. So we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. Offense set up. This is play number 10 in this series. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackle made after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Down he goes, a sack.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And this one is right through.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Back comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? He dumps it off to the tight end.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a second manageable here for this offense.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. They stop him, but it's a first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Short connection to the tight end here. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
And the Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. And the single back takes the handoff. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1. No huddle here for the offense. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Trying to extend the play. He's going to take off. Finds room at the 30. Slides to avoid the big hit. The Sun Devils come to the line to run the hurry-up. First down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. And the ball to the ground. Looks like the defense has it.
You know, with wide receivers, we get enamored with their speed and their versatility and their ability to make plays after the catch.
but none of those things are more important than taking care of the ball. He makes the catch, but he doesn't secure the football, and it's a fumble.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Heads-up move by the head coach using that challenge. Officials will reverse the call on the field after taking a closer look. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, ASU. Kurt, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
They had the extra point, and the lead now is 11, 21-10. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so a bit better to leave it at the end zone for a touchback. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will kick this deep and begin the second half. And he's going to bring this out a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So the Cougars offense heads back out onto the field now. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Running up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Short pass finds the tight end. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a fourth down play now.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
Fourth down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. And he drops back in the gun. That pass is caught. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
On a tight game like this, you're on the road. Why not take a chance? For it, you hit it, and you quiet the crowd in the process.
Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Handoff here from the shotgun. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Looks like Houston will have the first down.
Man, that is a gutsy call to go for it on 4th down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He's running out of time here. There's a screen pass to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball. He had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
Urgency now for the offense. They hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Arizona State offense comes back on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. On 1st down, it's play action. He eludes the rush. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He's found some room at the 45. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket now. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
The shotgun handoff here. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. And the Sun Devils hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Chris, remember in college football, it's just 1 foot down.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirmed it with the review. They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away, and they finally get things going this time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there. It doesn't work out.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. And the quarterback dropping back. Caught over the middle.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's got some space. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And now the try here for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score Arizona State 35, Houston 10.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Set to kick this one away.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the left side. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Hey, guys up front lined up. It's first down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. It's caught. They will rule that a catch. A huge gain through the air.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead, and I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Receiver in motion now. And looking to throw now on first down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, trying to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Going to try to use his legs here. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
The offense knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Second down and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Now, crucial third down and goal. Quarterback drops back. Looking to scramble. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Arizona State offense comes back out on the field. This has been a dominant performance so far, of double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. That's a solid game, moves the ball to the 29.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The Sun Devils come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Across the 40 now. They bring him down to the 45, and a solid gain to keep this drive going.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And the Sun Devils will line up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Loss of 2. Brings up second down.
Offense getting set. Second down play here.
Jackrabbit.
The first down play, not a good one. Looking at second and long here. Trying to find some room. It's Nunez. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid game there.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down. And the Sun Devils will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Houston's offense heads back onto the field now. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Catch made over the middle. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Escapes the pocket. Tries to get loose on the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver makes the catch. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert to come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Tries the right with a quick throw. He's got it for a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Snags the quick throw. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Looking right, this one caught. And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. And now a timeout is taken by the defense with 11 seconds remaining. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. Oh, and they've got him, and that will do it as this game ends on a sack. Well, frankly, Kirk, we hope for games that are a little bit more